Checking out my history in 5 minutes. So checking out my history is basically made up of a few specific elements. We have the first 5 lines here, which are of course repeated in the final 4 lines, almost exactly, where the idea of the writer who feels that these people, them, again, like so many times here, faceless people of power, they actually bandage up his eye with his own history, they blind him to his own identity. This is intentional, it uses his own history against him, and it is all to do with stopping him from seeing. Whereas by the end, he's decided, he's found a way of doing things for himself. He checks out rather than being bandaged, he removes the bandage himself, and rather than being blinded, he takes that and carves it out himself, a sense of permanence. Okay? Then the rest of it is made up of 2 other key elements. First of all, we get these kind of childish nursery rhyme-like quatrains, which keep coming up, in which she talks about the dem tell me bit, what dem tell me about. And these are made up of a collection of particular things that are essentially mocked. The way that 1066 is a date, we remember as the Battle of Hastings, but what's the importance of that? The Audat throws that in as well. The sense that the man who discovered the balloon, again, very vague, lots of things wrong with that, no idea of the name. I don't think you discovered a balloon, it's more invented. And assuming it's a hot air balloon, which I think it must be, what's the point in that? When we get over here, Lord Nelson, Waterloo, apparently a deliberate confusion between historical events and figures, both in the Napoleonic Wars, but Lord Nelson didn't fight at Waterloo. Waterloo was a land battle, Lord Nelson fought on sea. Instead, we also get Columbus in 1492, compared with the Caribs and the Arawaks that we see here, where we don't see, he's taught about the conqueror, the invader, not the conquered, and the people who went and seemed more significant to him. So with that, and the idea that Florence Nightingale is only really known for her lamp by a lot of people, even though she's greatly important, he's not necessarily attacking the historical figures, but attacking the importance and value of the history he's being taught in here. Now, to add to that idea, he then puts alongside it other issues. Dick Whittington and his cat, a real historical figure, but by introducing the cat, Puss in Boots, it reminds us that this is basically a pantomime. He's being taught about pantomime far more than he's being taught about his own history. By rhyming the man who discovered the balloon with the cow jump over the moon and the dish running away with a spoon, probably the silliest nursery rhyme you can imagine. Again, like above, he's equating the history with pointless things like pantomime, nursery rhyme here. Over here he does this again with Robin Hood, legend, and Old King Cole, a kind of child's song, and you only remember that he was a merry old soul. So, again down here, the importance and value of the history is juxtaposed with pointless and silly rhymes and legends to make his point. In between, we get 3 moments when he introduces figures of black history. Whereas these were nursery rhyme-like around us, these are poetic and flowing, the 3 ones here. They tell us about 3 figures from black history, and there's certain things in common. Slavery. Okay? Mary C. Cole was refused because of attitudes towards black people there, obviously related to slavery. Nanny Moon brought out, rescued slaves and brought them to freedom, and Toussaint Louverture was a slave who fought and established the first Black Republic. So slavery is very, very significant in all of them here. We also get images of light, the beacon of the Haitian Revolution he is. Nanny de Maroon is a firewoman who struggles on there. Mary Seacole is a healing star. She is a yellow sunrise to the dying. Images of light. They provide light. Okay? Rather than the very dull, pointless things that he's taught elsewhere. We also get the sense that they've got vision, the word that's used with Toussaint here. Nanny de Maroon is described as a seafar woman, and Mary Seacole, again, a healing star along there. Again, a sense that they all have vision, a sense of looking at the future, actually achieving something. By this contrast, this is what he tells us about how history should be taught for him.